Is there a safe word?
Oh, I am now afraid.
Ginger tea.
Ginger
Ginger tea.
tea.
Ginger tea.
It's gonna be ginger tea, and he's gonna cry.
Anyways. So,
Enjoy.
yeah, you guys all begin sending out. Jin's is immediately resolved.
Delicious.
We will save Falk and Roma's for later. I imagine, I hope at least that Alec will show up here for the next hour or so, but we'll see.
Yep.
So that leaves a handful of groups. We can go follow Caradoc, going to the flower gardens. We can go follow Badger, going with Roy to the lumberjack contest, or we can follow Dahlia and Irina as they go to the crafts area. So I'll roll 1d3 in that order. It was Caradoc, Badger, Dahlia. Okay. Yeah. All right, Dahlia it is.
Yeah.
The luck. Well, it's not really luck, I guess. Well, for you it's luck. I digress. So, yeah, you guys begin setting out, and Dahlia, you are accompanied by Irina to the crafts area, the crafts district, the smithies, and so on and so forth. As you approach, it's actually towards your guys' side of the fairgrounds, so it's on the western side, northwestern side rather, and your campgrounds are straight, like dead west. So it's actually pretty close for you to go by there. You begin stopping by, and you see that there's not a huge bustling amount of people here, but there's like a promenade worth of people just cycling through the place, in and out, so on and so forth. More than a few people are stopping by the display cases that, like that showcase like all the different promotion pieces, we'll call them, of all the different craftsmen. You see different sets of finely made armor, pristine weaponry, even some firearms here and there, paintings, albeit it's not like in a grandiose sense like the art show style paintings, but more like caricatures, I guess is a better way of calling it, like more fun, like quirky sorts of
like
paintings.
Charcoal
Like charcoal
pictures.
sketchings and stuff like that. Exactly. Something like we made right now, as opposed to I spent months making this for the art show.
Yeah.
Jewelry, of course, and so on and so forth. Roll me a perception check.
Alright. I think as they're walking up to, Dahlia will be like, alright, we're on the lookout for someone who can make a music box and notebooks. Would I have Irina's help at all with this?
Yes, you would.
Beautiful. Perception. Not bad.
Pretty good. 25. Just she has guidance.
Hell yeah.
You've been scanning around trying to find a couple of different craftsmen. One which is immediately visible, a scribe, essentially. As for the tinkerer, that's where you have to look around a bit more. I was about to say scour in a certain sense. And you sort of have to come to like not a gun craftsman, because it makes it sound like they only make guns, but they're a mechanic. That's the best way to describe them. And you approach this middle-aged woman. She's in the midst of tinkering or like fixing a watch, like a pocket watch from the looks of it, as you get closer. And she hears you approach and looks up and over. Oh, hello. I'd heard that there was a fine-eared fellow walking around the fairgrounds. I didn't think you'd come by my tent. Hello. She stands up from her stool, very gingerly laying like a cloth over her work, her pocket watch work, to prevent it from like wind or something jostling around, scattering things. Hello, my dear. How are you? She's a bit spindly looking, definitely gray hair and stuff like that, but doesn't look like decrepit. She's not sickly or anything like that. What can I do for you?
Before that, you heard that there was someone like me walking around?
Yes. Gestures at your ears.
From who, if I might ask?
No one in particular. mutterings, rumors, word of mouth, and chatter as it passes by my tent front. Is there another one I should be aware of?
No, that's what I was wondering.
Well, no, I've only had the one, just as you.
Nod. I'm looking to have a music box made. You seem like the best
music
candidate
box?
for that.
I made a music box or two in my tenure. How big were you imagining? What tune were you thinking? And what material were you hoping it to be made of? I would start at a simple lacquered wood with bronze trimmings and things like that, bronze accents and things like that. But you let me know if you want something different.
I'm making it for a very simple person who doesn't know they're getting it and travels a lot. So something small.
Small but durable. Maybe some reinforced corners. Definitely lacquering. Okay.
Is Irina visible right now?
She's like spore formed around you.
Okay. I don't know, since you heard of my arrival, if you've heard of she's a bit hard to explain. I have another guest with me. Irina, if you'd kindly.
She half apparates. Oh! Yes, I have heard of you. I love your flower! She points at the flower that's still tucked on Irina from the last city. Oh, thank you. Yes, I've heard that.
She has the ability to... Well, she has the ability to do a lot of things, but she can also kind of talk in your head. And
a mage.
she'd be the best candidate to get the tune accurately told to you. But I also have this. She holds out the...
Oh, thank the Clover King. I was about to say, I'm not a good whistler or fiddler.
Neither am I.
So this is much more helpful. Thank you. She takes it from you and stares at it, sort of reading it. And as she's reading it, Irina sort of links you and her together and begins mimicking the tune. Oh, it's rather haunting. That's how I would describe it. Is that what you're aiming for?
Sounds about right.
An interesting gift. But I'm sure it's something for you and yours. I can set about making it. She looks back at the pocket watch that is covered on her workbench. Small, you said? I assume as small as I can make it?
I think the smaller the better. Fits with someone's gear better that way.
She nods. And a case would be pointless, because then that's just increasing the space. So it needs to be durable on itself. Latched on hinge lid to cover the actual speaker. I could set about making this, dear. Might take me a bit to get everything just right. Especially, she flicks the paper with her middle finger. Especially this.
Take as much time as your skill needs.
Well then. The proud craftsman in me would say to come back, say, around afternoon. But the considerate soul in me wonders if other people will stop by today. So perhaps later this evening, before the fairground closes.
I can do that.
Excellent. Then I'll set about it at once. Well,
What
not
are
at
we
once.
looking at?
Gestures at the pocket watch.
Nod.
She quirks an eyebrow. Cost? Oh, right. You're not from around here. My dear, the expenses are covered by House Delaraine. Within logical limits, certainly, but, well, us craftsmen are here to prove ourselves and to be a boon and resource to the community. At least here at the tournament. So don't worry about it. I suppose if you must worry about it, go seek out the Sisters de Lorraine. I'm sure they're being courteous hosts and walking around somewhere, and give them your thanks.
Nod. All right, I will. And thank you for spending the time on this.
Of course. That's what I'm here for. But don't let this old windbag keep you. She's like lifting up her glasses to and bring up the paper closer to see if there's anything that she is missing. You're doubtful because it's just sheet music, but she's checking anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let this old windbag keep you. Enjoy the tournament. And I'll see you later tonight.
See you later. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Darcy, dude. Darcy.
How do I spell it?
Boop.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Dahlia.
Dahlia. A fortuitous name. And your friend? I'm Marina. Also a fortuitous... Oh, you're so cute! Then I'll be seeing you cute things later tonight.
Just give her a wave as we leave.
Dahlia and Irina. Huh. You're sort of muttering to yourself as you begin leaving. Because, you two are probably the most auspiciously named people in your company for Eulonian context.
Right?
I'm named after a saint! I'm named after a flower order! Okay, well...
Say less.
Alright, well, that's,
Okay.
My name's Jesus. My name's Crucifix. Nice to meet you.
Crucifix.
Right, it's really specific.
And both clearly of not the culture.
Exactly.
Oh, your name
right?
is your name Stigmata? Poor soul.
Yeah. Oh. Points at Stigmata. And then you also want to go get something else, correct?
A simple notebook.
That one is just straight up you could just get it.
Okay.
You quote unquote buy it and take it right there.
Oh, perfect.
Yep, the design is yours to determine. It could be black leather. It's probably gonna be leather based because it's a pretty sturdy and common material. This is the exterior of it.
Mm-hmm.
They can put parchment in it or actual paper because they're two different things.
Is one better than the other in the situation I think it would be used?
Paper would be easier to write on, but it's more damageable. So probably parchment.
Okay.
If someone gets thrown in water, you probably don't want your journal to be made of paper versus parchment.
Mm-hmm.
Not great both ways technically, but
But one is a little better.
Yeah, one is better.
Okay. Then yeah, she'd get it out of parchment. I don't have any ideas for a design in mind. If there's anything with birds on it, she'd probably get that.
Yeah, they could etch that into the leather bounding of it, the leather exterior of it.
Yeah, if it's not too much, a bird on the cover would be nice.
Nah, there's more than just 1-2 people working this shop, so it's the burden is shared amongst the many.
Hell yeah. Turn that down.
So that probably only takes you over the course a whole of about an hour.
Travel, discussing, leaving.
Okay, we've traveled in 2 hours.
Okay, fair. Twitch. Would there be time to go to the saloon?
You go to a saloon. There's not just one. There's multiple around.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yep, you can.
If Irina asks, where they're going, Dahlia would... Well, probably while we're leaving, Dahlia would just mention, I don't know if you had other plans you wanted to do. I wasn't sure how long this would take, so I'm heading to the saloon. I've got something else to pick up.
I'll go with you until we regroup with everyone again. I don't think it's wise for me to walk around alone.
Probably not. If this doesn't take long, is there anywhere you wanted to go in specific?
No. She shakes her head and her mushrooms bounce as she does so.
And I suppose you now sit to wandering.
Sure. As you guys are walking to a saloon, Irene does ask, "Hey, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
What happened to that bird last night?"
Oh.
When I went and caught it, I'd seen a wolf. At least I thought I did. I don't know if it was actually there or not. I didn't really spend a lot of time investigating, but if it was there, I didn't want it to have passed for nothing, so I left it.
Okay.
Why'd you ask?
Make me a persuasion check.
Let's see here. Persuasion. Oh, not terrible for -1.
Yeah, pretty good for -1. It's just... Please don't do that again. I understand that animals have to hunt each other for food. I get that. But I'm not a fan of sport, hunting, or cruelty.
I won't. And I'm sorry.
She just sort of looks away. Not awkwardly, but contemplatively.
If it's any assurance at it.
Hmm?
You felt something?
When you came back with it, I felt something rising up in me.
Something like angry or?
Angry is a word for it. I would say more like a fury. I've felt it before. When you guys fought me back in Belcaster. It's something of Aerolith's. I don't like it.
Then I won't do anything to provoke it again.
Thank you.
And if you need support with anything like that, you know we're all here.
She shakes her head. I know, but it's not something I'm aware of most of the time. Not since you guys brought me back. It just shows up. It's hard to anticipate.
I would imagine.
She grows quiet at that.
It's any assurance I don't plan on drinking again anytime soon.
She has no comment on that.
Let me go to the saloon. We go to the place where you buy alcohol.
Yeah, you go. You're not. Well, you're literally not allowed to get drunk at these saloons. So, yeah, you pull up to a saloon. At this point in the morning, it's surprisingly filled. But it's quite cool that they're serving like equivalently fast food here. Free lunches, which bless up to tasting history of Max Miller. I learned this past week that hey, yeah, saloons just gave free lunch if you bought a single drink, and that was like it was a whole historical back and forth on them undercutting each other by giving better food, and then eventually got to the point of economic infeasibility. I won't get into it, but it's super interesting.
Send me the
Super
video.
interesting.
I
Oh my
genuinely
God.
want to see that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's super interesting, super interesting. So, in that vein, saloons here, yeah, free food, very Eulonian. You don't even have
Fortunately,
to
we're
buy a
not
drink.
very economically unstable for that, though.
Exactly.
That's good.
But they're not. While they do have beers and things like that on tap, it's quite clear that the flavor of the morning are like mimosas and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Right, kind of makes sense, right? You know, have a little bit of a bougie wedding.
There's a bunch of moms sitting at a table outside as we walk in.
There probably are.
Anyone fancy heat of the dog?
Yeah, so you enter on in. I'm trying to find the video for saloons. It's either this one or this one. He did two. No, it's the first one. It's that one. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, you enter on in, and yeah, the place is surprisingly filled. Free breakfast is being served around. Some more flighty drinks, alcoholic beverages, and cocktails are plenty. What do you do?
A question. As far as Dahlia knows, it's not like illegal to brew your own alcohol, right? I would imagine it's frowned upon here, right? Within the grounds, but in general.
Yeah, it's it depends. The grand economic answer. In Eulonia, it is not illegal so long as it is properly maintained. Right, so you're not making equivocally poison. And that requires like some degree of knowledge, moderation, and just general good culture on the practice, the hobby, or the craft of it. So in Eulonia, it's legal. It's totally fine. In the free realms, it's sometimes encouraged, other times immensely frowned upon. Like the guy you guys rescued from the goblins, he came from a town that was frowned upon, which is why he made moonshine in the middle of fucking nowhere. Right, so it depends on which part of the free realms. In the Ventori League, it depends as well. In the Ventori League, there are noble houses that have built like it's part of their literal building, their house. That is like a brewing room. Rich people can get away with it. That's good. Fei-chan Hao, good mercantilism. If you're poor, maybe don't do that. Not unless you're willing to pay the appropriate authorities, legally or illegally, to get away with it.
Oi, you got a license.
So for the purpose, there you go. Basically, yeah. For the purposes of where you are currently, it is not illegal.
Okay. It just changes how she approaches it. Either way, though, she does approach any kind of like bar or tender that might be around here.
Yep. You go over to the front counter and you see this young lady, baby blue eyes, blonde hair, things like that. Quite quirky and a bit of a tizzy, you know, like blitzing around, serving drinks, getting orders, etc., etc. And eventually she arrives at you. Good morning. What can I get for you?
Some sugarcane syrup, if you got any.
She like turns around and looks across this like bullet rack. This like, yeah, that's what's called, bullet rack. Not up there. Give me a sec. And then she hurriedly walks down the back aisle behind the counter, going past like three other as I say, innkeepers. They're not bartenders, technically. Saloon keepers. And then she opens up a cupboard. No, not there. Pulls out a bottle. And she like holds it out like someone like triumphantly holding up like a catch of the day. Yeah, we have some.
Beautiful. I'll take the bottle if you're selling.
She walks over. What? Sorry. She closes distance. Sorry, I can't hear you from over there. What did you say?
I'll take the bottle if you're willing to sell me the whole thing.
Oh, we don't sell anything here at the saloon. It's covered by House Del Lorraine.
Right.
The whole bottle?
Yeah. That would be enough for her brewing, right?
It would be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not like a huge, massive batch, but...
Yeah.
Sorry if this is, like, prying... Why? This is a lot. This is really... You're not gonna drink this, are you? That's really
No, I'm not
unhealthy.
drinking it. She puts up a hand. I don't really have a sweet tooth. It's for a project.
Oh. Why don't you just say so? Here. Thunk.
Thank you very much.
Anything else?
Looked at. I assume Irina. Is she still in her spore form?
She's walked with you this entire, like, from the crafts area up to here. Irina just shakes her head, you know, owing to not having a mouth or a digestive tract.
Dahlia also shakes her head. That'll be everything.
Okay. That does count as you getting something. So if you want to grab some food or anything, absolutely feel free to. And if you need anything else, just let me know.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And she goes down the bar counter and begins helping someone else immediately. It's another mimosa.
They're awful busy, aren't they? It's another mimosa.
It's another mimosa. I refuse to believe otherwise. Yeah. I guess people probably packed light, huh? If they just assumed that there'd be free food here.
Sounds like it. Weirdly Eulonians. She shakes her head, about to take her leave.
I'm gonna roll a D100. I wonder if there's anything Irina would recognize from Adelia's lifespan. Holy shit.
Holy shit, dude!
Oh!
The D100s are hot.
Everything!
If you
Traumatized.
want to stay for a while, we can try one of those. She puts a mimosa.
Sure. They good?
I remember tasting one as Adelia. It was pretty good. Not that she gets a bit sad. Not that I can taste it right now, but it'll be close enough.
You're, like, feeling other people's feelings wouldn't help with that, right?
No, it wouldn't. I am. She looks away awkwardly. Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Advantage.
Insight.
Yeah,
Alright. so about 17. 20?
It's not super hard to tell that Irina knows a way she could. She's just uncomfortable bringing it up to you. Because you guys know Irina well enough that she has a really big code of ethics on tapping into your guys' heads. Like she really wants to triple confirm consent before she does that. Because if she wanted to, she could find out your deepest, darkest secrets.
Mm-hmm.
In due time, she would learn everything about you that you yourself know. She doesn't, because she respects you. In that vein, she could, in theory, tap into your senses, and then when you taste it, she tastes it. But she's just not comfortable bringing up the potentiality.
You know, I said to the bartender, or whatever would be the appropriate name for that lady. You said it wasn't bartender, it was more like,
Saloon keeper.
saloon keeper.
To use historical terms.
We'll just say that lady. You know, I did say to that lady earlier, I don't really have a sweet tooth, so if these are sweet at all, I mean, you might as well just taste it yourself if that was possible. In any way. Looking
Yeah,
at her like
I don't think it can, though.
You don't think you can at all?
She shakes her head. I don't have a mouth. Or a tongue.
Right, but you're able to tap into us, aren't you not?